Hello, everyone. Welcome to the weekend review. We are the Sorare Thursday Club. I am Ricky, aka the Sorare Mamba on Sorare. I'm joined as ever by my lovely co-host, DawNado, aka Johnny. How are you doing this evening, my young friend?
I am good, mate. I have never breathed so many sighs of relief as I have done in the last few days. It's been...
Yeah, I was going to start with, after taking the piss out of you for the last 6 shows of Everton being on the brink of demise, it's only fair to give you a right reply. You know that you've managed to stay up by the skin of your teeth on the last day.
Big Dunk, I had Big Dunk with me. I put him in front of the TV with me. He genuinely did that. And he brought us to luck. We won the game. What a game. What a goal. What a team. We're finishing top 10 next season easily.
I know, and that's the reason why I want you to get relegated, because your optimism came steaming back as soon as you survived with the top 10 next year. Yeah,
well, I've gone down when we first became mates about 8 years ago. I was thinking we were top 5, top 6, potentially pushing Europe. I remember we used to have Everton versus Man United bets who would finish higher.
Yeah,
I'm not going to be doing that. Don't worry.
No, that was Premier League over and out now, which I've really enjoyed having it on Sorare since it's like January. I didn't feel like it came in that long ago, like last year. Yeah,
I can't remember when
Premier
it was.
League.
Yeah, it was bloody mad when it did though.
Yeah, but yeah, that's done and dusted now. Good final day of the season. Goals flying in left, right, and centre, especially in the first half. Unfortunately, none for Bournemouth though. But yeah, we go again next year. There's no real Sorare news to talk of that's been out since we last chatted, was it? We had the big roadmap. So
no, not really.
We need some new, fresh updates. What league do you want added? Add any more league in the world. Who do you want?
I think we've got to get Greece on board so we can get Hodor Magnusson back on the game, haven't we?
Yeah, I'm still after the championship. I need that Bristol City.
Oh, you mean like a full league? Yeah, I mean, yeah, I was kind of expecting them to be pulling them up and, you know, entering all the new teams pretty quickly after they did that first 5 in that batch. And it just never happened. Maybe they just got so focused on the Premier League, they sort of put it on the back burner for a bit. But
it's sort of like, the few championship clubs went on Ultimate Champions, didn't they? And a few came on Sorare, and then the rest of the league is sort of held in stasis somewhere that we know nothing about.
Yeah, it's a strange one, isn't it? And Rangers, I'm still waiting for do we ever get any news about what the deal is with Rangers? Because obviously the entirety of the Scottish League is on there, apart from Rangers.
Yeah, I think there was. Didn't they have another deal with another company that went bust, and then we just presumed that they would be scooped up by Sorare, but nothing seemed to have happened since then.
There'd be some serious studs on that team. Like I actually don't really want to compete against people with Rangers cards, so that might work.
Yeah, and then we got Serie A still to come, haven't we? It's like,
oh God, yeah.
Missing so many.
You know what I think needs to be brought in? Like on a little side note, I want
Saudi League, Saudi Pro League.
Well, Saudi League, but also I want an Asian common league
for the summer. Yeah,
we've got MLS, we've got all the big 5 European leagues. Like, I feel like Asia, America, and then Europe is like, well, it definitely is the 3 main places there. And I feel maybe they haven't got it in the deal or whatever. I know they had some issues with getting the new J League license in place, but I feel like they need a J League, little common league to get people really into it again.
Yeah, and for a bit of selfish reasons, when the MLS hasn't got a game, I need my common goalies for Cap 220. I need those J League, K League common options to get in there, and I'll beat the boys league. It'd be nice to mix it up and have an Asian league in there for a time. But yeah, it's a weird one. I thought that would follow when they got the new season cards for both of them. I thought one of them would follow, but maybe when the European season's shut down, we'll have one as a replacement. But I won't hold my breath. Anyway, let's get started with the weekend review as per usual. I'll load mine up for you if you like to start. I had a very promising start to my weekend. I had a lot of irons in the flame. Didn't really pan out in the end. A lot of things fell flat at the end, but it was a lot of good scores at the weekend. Daniel Lovitz, I've been touting him for a long time. very cheap. He got 100. One of my new prizes, Hatanaka, got 100 as well.
Love that man. I love that man.
Yeah. And yeah, Jonas Hoffman putting a big 100 as well. And Jazinia finally getting scored properly. He's up there as well. So nice academy, 38th place for a fiver with those 5 legends and the Gambra Saka goalie, 4 legends and a Gambra Saka goalie. My all-star limited team managed a tier 5 with a DMP. Jazinia, great score as the captain. Dominic Fitz, who I've touted on a few of our old toilet tips, with a bit of my Austria obsession. He did well. Another clean sheet for Fry. Miguel Torren didn't play, which unfortunately nerfed me into a tier 5, but at least I got something out of it to total waste. We weren't too far off a big prize if he did play. 240 limited, sailed home nice and comfortably, picking up a tier 5 limited as well. Celtic really did the business. I know there's a lot of thought about whether they'd rotate again. You know, it's hard to predict their squad, but I plumped for these two and they both came through with big scores. Jan Sommer just winning the league with Bayern in the last few moments. Not a great score, but enough to bring me some ETH, 150 coins and a tier 5 limited, so I won't complain with that. My Cap 240 rare just missed out. I was very close. Aylman was the last player to go. My last game of the game week, I needed him to get, 39 points. And he got 34 and hooked in the 70th minute in their 2-0 win.
Gutted.
Yeah, pretty frustrating. And then my 240 super rare was looking nice and cozy when my Portland boys were the last ones up and they got stuffed by 4. So Ivacic got nowhere near picking me up the points I needed to get. So that streak is over, unfortunately. The streak that's not
been a good run. It's been a good run.
It's been a good run. The streak that's not over, though, is the Consadole boys. Yeah, so the Consadole boys come through with the goods again. I mean, I will let Saguno off. Bad day at the office for him. And Kaneko scored, but did get a negative decisive as well. But ably assisted with Shinjin Ho as a little bit of a differential on the Consadole stack, who finally put up a good game. He was such a goat last year, and he's been pretty poor since he moved to Incheon. But yeah, Fukimori, you wake up on a Saturday morning, the GOAT has put in another fucking great performance. Like, what more do you need? The man absolutely oozes talent. And
I don't like how he keeps getting subbed off, though. It's annoying. Like, he keeps getting taken off after like 65 minutes every game.
That's because he doesn't need to be on there for 90 to get a good score. The GOAT does his work and then he leaves.
Yeah, I suppose.
So another tier 5 for the Consadole boys. Ogashiwa all over my squads again. Had another good game. Golden Cap 270. This was where my big chance. Tier 3. It's a nice prize pool as well. I had a look earlier. I allowed myself to have a look. There's a lot of good players in the prize pool. Alan Patrick was last man up, so I'd already had the 100 in from Hoffman. Big keeper score. Fukimori doing his thing and Moffid scoring. So yeah, I went into Patrick as the last player, just hoping for another good score. He's been playing well. And they won 2-0 and he was on for both goals, but he just...
Then you say he assisted the assists, didn't he, both times?
He had a good game, but he just couldn't get the decisive needed. I don't know how. So I was only 5 points off a tier 2.
So gutted.
25 off of super rare in a tier 2. So yeah, it wasn't far off. Like,
you genuinely could have won. Like before that game, you were on 400 and you were on almost exactly 400 points, weren't you, with one player left? And I know the teams in the Golden 270 were mental this week because everyone was so desperate to win their new increased prices. But I genuinely was like refreshing that game, hoping for a goal. Yeah. When that last minute goal went in,
it scored in injury time. I thought.
I know, before it updated the goal score, I was like, oh my god, please be Alan Patrick.
Yeah. 39 points would have been a tier 2 super rare and a tier 0 rare, but not to be.
We've seen what the top prize was, haven't we? The Kimmich rare.
Yeah. If you hadn't seen it on Twitter, the same guy won limited Golden Cap 270 and rare Cap 270, and his prizes were a limited Mbappe, and a rare Kimmich, which is not a bad day at the office for a so rare player.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, I'm still happy with the 31st place finish. That's a good score, and hopefully it'll be a nice prize when we open them in a minute. I had left the Legends Challenge into the review because I've been touting Samuel Walker for so long now. It's only fair to put him in when he let me down 10 points off a prize. Wow. My under 23 limited, so I had high hopes this. This started really well, and then Ollie Christensen, my hurter boy, got rotated out, so that one hurt as well. But in terms of prizes, 1 rare, 3 yellows, and a bit of ETH, and 4,700 coins to open for you. So let's have a little look at the blue bands of sex.
There we go.
Coinage, fund the bank account.
Beat me on coins again this week. Back to normality.
Didn't get my jersey, so coins are still in the bank. And let's see what we get then. Champion Asia, Tier 5 Limiteds.
Up the Consadole. Oh, no.
Korean Defender, Pohang Steelers, Kim Yong-hwan. Not sure. All-Star Limited, Tier 5.
Cool.
A Spanish defender from Levante.
Yeah, I think that's the Fancy. I'm going to tell you who your players are worth whilst we go. Sorry. Let's wait to have that. Right, Postigo has just sold for 62p.
62p.
Who was the other one? It was
Kim Yong-hwan.
Yong-hwan. Pohang Steelers. 62p also, which is the actual minimum you can
bang.
So that's 2 absolute basic bitches so far.
2 minimums in the bank, and the Cap 240 limited Tier 5 is a Croatian defender. Always defenders.
No.
Marco Martinaga.
Martinaga. Oh, that's the data. Maybe I need to pay for the subscription. It's going slow. Well, I thought 62p was hilarious, but apparently it's 58p because that's how much this guy's worth.
Wow. $10 of ETH. So that is a terrible set of limiteds in the bank. So let's hope for something nice here. Tier 3 rare from Golden Cap 270.
This should be a good one, I reckon.
Cameron forwards. Vincent Abubakar.
That's actually, I think that's pretty good. Obviously we know the guy. He left Ronaldo's team, didn't he? They had to get rid of him so they could fit him in. His last auction was £214.
£214. Okay,
that's good.
We'll take that then as a Tier 3. That goes with my Berardi last week's win, so that's 2 forwards in the bank now. I can't say I considered Vincent Abubakar from the list, but there you go. Only the 3rd serial number, so I guess he hasn't had too many minutes.
Yeah, he's only had a couple of. He's gone for 0.148 and 0.139 so far in his 2 auctions, so pretty good. I think that's not bad as a Tier 3. You could be getting like something worth 50 quid, so I think that's definitely a win there.
Yeah, we'll take it on there. We'd like a forward. Right. Over to you.
Over to me. Right. So I had a slightly better week than Rick, I think, this week. So I got 2 rares, 3 limiteds, and I got 1 academy threshold, the limited 240 threshold, and the rare 240 threshold, which is quite nice. Don't usually get the trifecta, so I'm pretty happy with that. And 4,200 coins.
Coins.
Exactly, I'll take that. Also had Hatanaka rare, was getting me 100. My boy Nobrazato, who I very rarely play, he scored a goal on the weekend. What a lad. And he got 100 as well. Seals are common. Wacky Zaka assisted Nobrazato, got 99. Other than that, most of these are limited. So, common. Bit of a weird week. Most weeks I'm like, oh, I could have won loads this week. But actually, this week I've pretty much got what I deserved, I'd say. A few decent prizes, but I didn't really have that much dark green to talk about this week. But yeah, so this is my nice little somehow legal academy team that is full of legends that wins me a £5, which I'll take. This was my team. I actually thought had the best chance of a really good prize this weekend. So I had Otavio play, I think. Did he play on the early game? He was on Saturday, potentially. Saturday morning, Saturday afternoon. Cherky did okay, considering he didn't get decisive. Hatanaka then put in 100. Miller did pretty well, considering he didn't get a clean sheet. And then I had my boy Zelarayan to play overnight on Monday night, I think it was. So I was hoping he could put in a cheeky sort of like 80, which is pretty standard for him. But yeah, only managed 53. But it's going to be a high up tier 4, I think. So shouldn't be too bad. That's a really bad Cap 220 team. Okay, so I actually won a Cap 220 rare card this week. It's a bit of a funny one because I had 2 100s in my team and then 3 absolute stinkers of 29, 30, and 20. I had Andre Hansen as the last one to play, and he conceded his 3rd goal really late on. So it dropped me down quite a few places because I was on like 37 or whatever before he went down to 15 for his negative decisive. But yeah, it might even be my first win in rare Cap 220. I'm not sure. I have to check the stats, but yeah, see what we get. It's going to be a tier 5. It's not that great, but
I really think Lucas Fernandez has got to be starting soon. He's clearly the best player on the pitch.
Yeah, I really thought he'd start this week. I think he scored 2 in the cup in midweek as well, starting like in the first half. And I was like, he's their best player. He's just come back from injury. He's now starting in the cup, scoring goals. He's got to start.
I'm presuming they must just like the defensive stability they get without him because he's not much of a defensive player, but he's clearly the most skillful and comfortable on the ball.
I mean, how can you not start someone that's dyed his hair bleach blonde like that and he's from Brazil? Like, clearly is their best player. Like, you just know. Anyway, yeah, I had a decent prize here. So tier 2 limited from Cap 240. Jose Guy was on about 40 up until the last 5 minutes. Then he got a assist and is that a last man tackle? I think it is. So he got 2 decisives in the last 5 minutes, which was nice. Last Stindl did well. Galeno got an assist. Fukimori got I think he got a last man tackle as well, didn't he? And then Liam Kelly is just like this weird phenomenon where his cap, I swear his cap is just like 28 or something every week. And he either gets clean sheets or gets like 52. I was a little bit nervous thinking he might concede that 3rd goal late on, but yeah, I think that's hopefully going to be a good little prize. Cap 240 rare. I managed to get through the threshold. So actually, much like you, Rick, I had Francesco Ortega as my last player on the last night.
Yeah.
I also needed 39 points to get a rare threshold. And I think he was on 35 or something like that up until the 88th minute. And he scored from defence. What a boy.
Good boy.
Little did he know that he just earned me $50 with that goal. So I'll have to tweet him later, let him know. Yeah, I kept my golden cap teams up, even though I didn't actually win anything with them, just to have a look. So I actually did pretty well, reasonably well, I think, with my effort here. 360 is a pretty good score. Needed Sander van der Streek to do something, but I think, like we talked about, the power of other people's teams in this league this week was just insane. So you needed to have a really, really good. I think the guy won both leagues, got like 510 in both. Like, I don't know if you put maybe the same squad out of limiteds and rares in both. I'm not sure, but yeah, I didn't really stand much chance really. This was my golden cap 270 rare effort. Got over 300, which is always respectable, but unfortunately Neres started on the bench in a 3-0 win, so it would have been nice if he played. And here we go. Here's the main boys. Not only did they stay up in the league and make me very happy by just about scraping staying in the league, but they won me another card. I think that's 6 cards now I've won with my Everton stack. Which
we should have been keeping score of Consadole v Everton, see who returns the most over the season.
Considering how bad Everton have been, I mean, we haven't been too bad at the dice. We've not been as bad as some of the other teams, but like to win quite a few cards is always nice. But yeah, Decore, what a man. I'm definitely naming my second child Abdoulaye.
I actually put him in my team. I went 3 Everton players and 2 Man City players, and the 2 Man City players didn't play a minute between them. I had Dukes in there. He's now on the prize wheel. I'm done with him now, so he's on the prize wheel this week.
Never start Man City players. You're a nutter. Second Division Europe got a little prize as well. Unfortunately, my boy Joel Pojampalo, who's the absolute lad, decided to not do anything this weekend. So that would have been a much better prize if he'd done his normal decisive. But yeah, that's it, I think. So pretty decent.
Open some prizes.
Yeah, 9 things to open. Let's see what we get. The blue band of sexiness. Oh, as a Premier League player in that. Oh, that's because I won in Premier League.
Okay,
yeah. Right.
I think it's past you, mate. I think it's past you.
Oh, I'm still a little bit pissed from getting drunk watching Everton on the weekend.
Yeah, I'm still a little bit woozy from going to the Arctic Monkeys last night. tough life, isn't it? Tough life of content creators.
Right. Okay. So, ETH. Let's just get these ETH out of the way quickly. ETH. Rare ETH, which I'm very happy about. I'm very close to garnering enough ETH to buy a Jordan Pickford, which is my next little idea. So we'll see if that happens.
Surely he's pretty cheap because you've only got to buy 2 tiny arms. Can't charge full price for those.
Yeah, good one, mate. Okay, Tier 4 Limited, Second Division Europe. Scotland midfielder. Coventry. Liam Kelly. Up the Coventry stack.
I mean, I could do with him. I got a Coventry stack going. I've got 9 of the cards. These collection things turning me wild. I've started collecting things like.
Do you actually have him already?
I don't know.
Okay, well, he's yours for £6. Okay,
he's worth 62 pence for you. Just
really happy about that.
He has started the last 6 in a row, but hasn't put.
What should I go next? I'm at a bit of a quandary. Do I go Tier 2 Limited, Premier League Limited, Tier 5 Rare, Tier 4 Rare? That you decide.
That one.
Tier 5 Rare.
Yeah, whatever, man.
Okay. Sweden.
Larson.
Obviously.
Victor Lindelof.
Sebastian Ring. If you like it, then you should have put a ring on it. And also, look how many sponsors you got on there. That's a decent shirt. No idea who he is. Plays for, is that Amiens in France?
It's for Amiens, yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. You tell me, mate. Is he worth a lot?
His last sale was a week ago for £5.
God, that is an embarrassment, isn't it? £5 for rare.
Yeah.
Okay. Right. Okay. I'm going to go Premier League. I need a lift. I need to pick me up after that. Right. Premier League player. Don't be Liverpool. Algeria forward. No. Oh, I think you say Mahrez then. Said Benrahma. Okay, that's all right. I think. Don't know if he's worth a lot. Probably about £3.
About £6.
Oh, that's quite nice. It's worth more than the bloody rare. Okay, Tier 4 Rare. Hoping it's going to be one of the good ones from the prize pool. Dutch defender. For God's sake, play defenders. Oh, he plays in Korea.
Gwangju.
Timo Letschert.
Let me just 64 L5 is the first thing I've noticed there.
Nice, quite good.
Obviously not worth too much, for just over £40.
And his games have been getting scored, have they? Oh, hello.
Got a 98 in his last, 50, a 70, 23. There's a 93 down here. Looks quite spiky. Looks quite a nice pull.
That's quite good, actually.
Price probably held down from being in the K League rather than being too crap. So yeah,
okay, cool.
Not a bad one by the looks of it. Utility-wise, that is.
Exactly. All right, Tier 2 Limited. Hoping this will be the best one. Midfielder, Toronto, Bernadeschi. Just come back into training, hasn't he? Today. After being shut out by Bob Bradley for some reason. Probably because he looks like Bob Bradley and he's not happy about it. But
£13, so not.
Yeah, not too bad.
But a good player.
But better if he was a forward card. I'd like that. But yeah, not too bad.
Yeah. All right. Solid effort. So that was our weekends on Sorare. Still to come, we got our giveaways, our 20 for 220 in the midweek fancies. But next, we will recap the final week of our Beat the Boys League. This is our private league that we run per month. So we will have the monthly winner included in this one. This is how the last week went. I was the highest finisher of the boys on 368 points. I had Pickford in goal for a cleanie. Firmino in his goodbye appearance got a goal. Bruno played really well, and Trent had a good game as well. Only Rashford let me down there, as United scored 2, but he couldn't get any part of the decisives. But I'll take that as a 368 is a lovely, lovely finish. You were down in 15th here. Aaron Ramsdale, Eze, Tarkovsky getting another cleanie. Dwight McNeil couldn't quite get a decisive to his name, and Elise with another fine score. So 350 for you as well. And Jesse, although our co-host Swiss Mafia, solid effort to come 20th, still bottom of all of us. Eze, Sancho, De Gea, Gay.
That's really like his highest score of the year, though.
Yeah. So 7 of you in the run-in for a prize this week. Lewis was the highest scorer of the lot. Kane was his captain. Saka, Trent, Salah, and Pickford. Lydia OB 16 had Leno. Elise captain was a nice gutsy pull. Azakju, yeah, similar. Eze the only one letting that team down. So you 7 will be in the prize draw for this week's prize. And let's have a look at the final overall standings. And our winner was Nishan Cop 92. Unfortunately, sounds suspiciously like you might be a Liverpool fan, but
I think you might be.
Unfortunately, there's nothing we can do about that. So Nishan Cop, you are the winner of a rare card for the season. And we did also say that this season is a rollover. So anyone that finished above all of us, the 3 boys hosts, go into a draw for a bonus spin. So Johnny finished 17th. So if you finish 16th or above, you are on the prize wheel for another rare card. Out of us boys, Johnny was 17th. I finished 21st. And unfortunately, Jesse tried very hard, has come bottom again on 24th place. So, yeah, unfortunately, Swiss Mafia, when you listen to this, you got to raise your game.
I think we should be keeping a spreadsheet of how many Sorare bombs he owes, because it's probably about 13 so far, I reckon.
Speaking of next season, Beat the Boys Season 4 will start this weekend. Nishan Cop, you've been added onto the description wall of fame in here. It will be MLS Amateur again. Obviously, it's the only amateur league available to us at the moment. For the next month, I am currently sitting pretty in first place as the only person in there. If you want to enter by code, you can see the code on screen here, but I will tweet out all the details. So follow us on Twitter, SR_Thursday Club. And I'll send out all those details to join tomorrow. But let's get back to this week's winner. So we had these 7 of you who finished above us this week. One of you will win a limited. So let's spin the wheel to find out.
Oh,
Exarju. Congratulations. You have won a limited. And let's find out what limited you have won. So what we have left on the Premier League wheel for this season was Lloris, Bamford, Barnes, Doucouré, and Malacia. So let's spin the wheel and see which one of those you get. And it is goalie, Hugo Lloris. I think that's a nice pull. We'll tweet you tomorrow. You just have to get back in contact with us for next week. Exact you, and you will have a Hugo Lloris limited. So well done for that. Johnny, I think you're going to handle the rare winners.
Yeah, so obviously you've already gone through who's won and who's in the prize pool. So yeah, this is the sorry, I was going to do this. I'm going to spin for the winning person first.
Oh, Mr. Cop.
Yes, it was Nishan Cop. So yeah, we got Seamus Coleman in there. Obviously you'll be buzzing to win that if you do win it, being a Liverpool fan. We've got 2 Burnley boys. We've got Adam Smith and Lloyd Kelly rares. We've got Johnny Dos Santos, who plays for Club America in Mexico, I think, and Daiki Kaneko, who plays in Japan for, I think, Sanfrecce Hiroshima. So, yeah, let's see you win.
Yeah, good luck.
I'm kind of hoping you win Coleman, to be honest. Oh, it's not Coleman. It's
Lloyd Kelly. That is a good prize.
Yeah, probably the most valuable card on there. So
yeah, that is a very, very good pull.
Probably apt that it went to the actual winner of the month. So yeah, get in contact, and a Lloyd Kelly rare will be coming your way.
Congratulations, that is a good pull.
That is a good pull. So let's remove Lloyd Kelly, and as Ricky has already mentioned, there was a rollover this month. I don't know if Ricky actually mentioned why there was a rollover. It's because I won the league last month because I'm really good at
Sorare. I showed the Hall of Fame. It has your name there, season 2.
Fine. So
we had a prize rollover.
There was no winner last month, so we decided to roll over an extra rare prize to this month. So yeah, all 15 people on this wheel here, you finished above the highest one of us 3, which I think was me. So yeah, let's see which one of you. I noticed Exedu is also on there, so it could be a double winner here. But yeah, let's see who wins. An extra rare. Spoon
87.
Up the spoon. Right, you've won one of these other 4 rares. So Coleman, Smith, Dos Santos, or Kaneko. So let's see what you've won.
Prize for the spoon.
Prize for the spoon.
Spoon.
Smithy boy.
Adam Smith for the spoon.
Bournemouth legend, Adam Smith. He played on the weekend and he played crap because Everton are bloody awesome. And he's coming your way. So that's 2 Bournemouth boys out the door there.
Yeah, out of my portfolio. Straight to our prize winners.
Yeah, so
congratulations, Spoon.
Mr. Spoon 87, get in contact. I'm sure we'll put some tweets out as well to let you know there's a prize somewhere in the ether for you. But yeah, congratulations.
Yeah, and just if I can get you all a little worried for this weekend's season 4, look at the team I'm able to line up nowadays in my MLS. I've Gil, Wagner, Insigne, and Evander. So better bring your A game, boys, because I'm bringing my reputation back. I need to get myself on that leaderboard on the winners' wall of fame.
I'm not sure you're getting on it with that, mate.
Oh, that's a good haul. Anyway, those are the prizes. Congratulations to the winners. Next, we'll go over the 20 for 220 for the week. Johnny's actually done it this week, so it will actually be slightly more entertaining than usual. For those that don't know, we had a £20 budget to build a Cap 220 limited team, which we can then trade in and out of, try and win some prizes, and build into a beautiful, successful, expensive 220 gallery. So if I show you mine from this weekend, I lined up for Fana because he was getting the start for the last 3 games of the French season. It was really cheap. Marin, who had been performing well, didn't get it done for me. Blessing had an hour and managed to do nothing. Jordi Reyna, who'd been a little bit of a cheat code for me, once again, 35 minutes on the pitch, only getting a 40. And I bought in Sifadin Chabi, especially for this game week as a 50p pickup. I got rid of Handel from Austria Vienna, got Chabi in, who had scored really well in the weeks before, and he rewarded me with 23. So I got 169, which was worth 50 coins, but fuck all else. A couple of changes to my squad. Obviously, I said that Handel has gone, and in came Chabi, who did have a nice looking run of scores, but didn't perform in the first week. And then I noticed I could get a team out this midweek if I just got a defender in. So I shipped out Bongonda, who's been doing quite well at Cadiz. And I got in Andy Farrell from New England Revs for the 0.02. I think I got 0.026 for Bongonda. So I've got about £1.20 in the bank. I think it was. I got it written down somewhere. I think it's £1.20 in my coffers as well. in case I need an emergency 50p pickup at some point. So this is how the squad is now looking quite far into our run. I still need to optimize it for summer if this is going to carry on. But yeah, I also managed to put out a midweek team for Cap 220 Limited. So I'll just show this one now while we're talking about it. I used my Kendall McIntosh Limited. Farrell goes straight in. Blessing as well for the little New England double up, hoping for a better game from him. Ibrahim was the only prize I've ever won from this team, and then he got transferred to Houston Dynamo conveniently. So he's in. Cordova hasn't hit the form I need from him at Whitecaps yet. But he's nice and cheap because he's playing so crap. So he is in. So Cap 220 rolls on for me. I think they are currently worth pounds. £31.
Bloody hell, that's quite good.
From a £20 start. I would imagine, yeah, Fukimori must be some of that. Oh, cumulative value I want. Sorry, don't I? Not average. Cumulative value. Yeah, that's all right. We'll take that. Ticking along nicely. Yeah.
That's very nice. You've done well there. I think, yeah, a lot of that rise is due to Fukumori being the absolute GOAT, but yeah, not a bad little effort. So yeah, like Ricky said, I actually remembered to do my team this midweek. It was still a little bit last minute, but I did remember to do it. Okay, so who I put in this week? This was my team. Ken Ewell is one of my originals. So yeah, he was in. He didn't do very well. He got 37. Marvin Martins was my only prize that I got from this Cap 220 is plenty thing. So he was in. He also didn't do very well. And then I decided to get rid of my striker I had, which was still Dessers. I think he's injured. So I think I paid about seven quid for him, and then effectively sold him for about £4.50. So that's really bad finances. It left me with about £3.50, £4 to spend, and I effectively spent that on Damari Gray, and then this 50p guy I had in my gallery already. I sort of cheated and just put him into my 220 team just to make up the numbers. And as you can see, they did really, really badly. What did you get? 169? I got 168. So
absolutely flying.
So yeah, not a good effort, but at least I remember to do it. Damari Gray played very well, though. As you well know, Everton are the best team in the world.
Yeah, shown by his 39 points.
Yes.
Yeah. All right. Hopefully we'll win a prize this weekend, so we actually have something to open for this competition. But last thing, let's have a look what we've got for the midweek coming up, and then we'll leave you all to it. So that is Gameweek 376, which is fired up today. 110 coins I'm on at the moment. Academy. All-Star Limited is just a coin chaser because I didn't think Top Ali would play. He's putting a 61, but Bush won't play. All-Star Rare Pro. Again, Paul's Camp's not going to play, so I'm just hoping these four. A couple of decent super rares there and a couple of likely starters. Maybe they can pick me up a bit of coin haulage. We went through the Cap 220 Limited, 20 for 220. Cap 220 Rare, again, Hassal. I know he played the last game, but I think the other goal will be back in now. So I'm again, coin hunting here. 240 Limited. This is one that I actually should have 5 players in. Obviously, I played a striker against a goalie, which is never ideal, but options were actually quite thin in this midweek for me. But it's not a bad start overall. 102 from the two of them, from a goalie and striker. So I just need the 3 in the middle now to try and get me up to 250. Cap 240 Rare. Yeah, Vita's been playing well. Bond and the LA Galaxy have not been playing well. Farrell's had a couple of cricks in him recently as well, and Street didn't play too well at the weekend. So that's probably helped with their cap scores and meant I could get them all in this team. But yeah, I'm not overly confident on them getting the 250 points I need. And I think there might be a lot of rotation in MLS this midweek, which I think is going to cause a lot of problems for people. which again will lead on to this Cat 240 super rare. You'd like to think that you'd get 5 sets of starters, but midweek action, I just presume someone's going to be on the bench somewhere. I really need a stronger American super rare striker as well. Ever since I got rid of LBC, Tom Barlow's not exactly the stud striker you need, but he's low cap. So, you know, if he can tick in 40 points for me, and then we rely on the rest. Cap 270 limited. Brenner's not going to play. I didn't have striker options. The other 4 are really nice. If I'd realised that Topali was going to play and get a 60, I would have put him in there instead. But obviously I didn't. So coin chasing again, as a lot of teams are this week, just coin chasers. My MLS amateur, I drafted in Danny Wilson because I got a lot of players not without a game. My MLS pro looks kind of nice on paper. Will Taxi get the start? And now he's coming back. Will I avoid rotation? Looks nice on paper. I'm just not confident in many of these this week, mainly because I fear the American rotation more than anything else. What you got, Johnny?
Not as many teams as you, but yeah, I've got a few teams out. Already had a nice little start with sitting in the tier 4 limited prize pool on 160 coins. But yeah, I've got 2 main good teams, I'd say. So my All-Star Limited team is got the triple Columbus Crew stack at the top here. So they've got a pretty good fixture at home to Colorado Rapids. However, I think there's going to be some rotation, like you said. I know Zelaran had a bit of an injury recently and has sort of been umming and ahhing whether he'd start a few games. He definitely got benched in one of them. Juan Hernandez was injured for a long time and has only recently started starting games again. So I can see them flipping benching him at some point. So yeah, that could happen. Plastos has got a good fixture. I think they're playing in that flipping competition. I don't know the name of.
They got Leon, haven't they?
Yeah, Club Leon. So yeah, we'll see how that goes. Nick Olich should start, but once again, I don't think Sparta Rotterdam are actually playing for anything right now. So you could see him potentially getting rotated as well. But
yeah, there's a lot of goalie issues as well, isn't there? Last week's European season night, do they just give runouts to?
Exactly, this is the thing, isn't it? But yeah, they're probably my best limited team, and then this is my team that I flipping love this midweek. I've already had a good start with Luan Perez getting a clean E tonight. 62 points, but yeah, Zelaran, I've captained him. You know, he should start. You'd hope. They lost the last game, so you'd like to think they want to come back and win this one. We've got Ryan Gould, who has not had the best start of the season, but he is he's actually a very good player. And the last his cap scores have gone up quite a lot in the last 5 games. I think he had a 90 and a couple of 60s, and yeah, he's sort of getting back to where he was. They got a good fixture at home to Houston, and then you've got Dennis Bouanga, who's definitely going to get 100 because he always does. And yeah, and then Tyler Miller, who's turned out to be one of my best ever long holds this season. He's been an absolute stud, arguably top 3, top 5 goalkeeper in the MLS right now.
He's been on fire, yeah.
On fire. DC, I really did not think would have a good season, and they seem to be doing pretty well. So
should never doubt Rooney.
Never doubt Rooney, I know. But yeah, I really like that team, and I can't wait for it to come crashing down in flames.
Exactly.
I've got my Cap 240 limited team, which has already had Luan Perez limited as well, and Kveki, you know, didn't do too badly considering it's only a Cap 240 team. Rosnick, I have just seen today that has had food poisoning and has not been training, which is annoying. But apparently, there's rumours he should be fine for tomorrow night. Yeah, Stefan Fry, you know, presume he's going to play, but once again, he could get drops. And then Ramirez, I really didn't have many limited striker options this week, like yourself. And if there is going to be rotation, he'll be someone that comes in probably. So, yeah, we'll see if he plays. But yeah, don't need too big a score of him, just get the ETH. This won't be winning any prizes. It just might be sneaking some ETH.
Indeed.
Exactly. Cap 240 rare is, I just couldn't put together a good Cap 240 team this week. I either had absolute no hopers or people with really high caps. So it's just, I've basically just sacrificed not winning any ETH this week just so I could put together that really good all-star team. You know, Pellegrini should do okay in the final, but, you know, it's a final, so he might not score well. Arthur is solid. Araki is okay, and Eli Room's probably not going to start, and then Burkhart's not even got a game. So, yeah, Cap 270 has got a room in as well, so probably not going to do anything. Cap 270 Rams, it was a kind of decent team, but Kveki didn't have a good start. Got Acosta and Jesus Ferreira and Tolu. I think it's been a little bit 50-50 for games recently, but people seem to think he'll be back starting this week. And then Barkas, who once again could get rotated. And then my MLS amateur team has got these couple of bimbos here. And then, yeah, Cruz stack up the top. And then I got in Sean Johnson as my goalkeeper, what's his name? The Asian keeper that joined, is it Vancouver?
Yeah.
He got benched in the last game, which was annoying. So,
I think he'll be back in this week.
I think he'll be back in, but I just couldn't be asked to risk it.
Don't take the risk.
Yeah, I didn't take the risk. So, yeah, that's it. See how it goes.
Cool. All right. There we go. As usual, we've gone nice and long, so we'll leave it there. That is the last weekend for us on Sorare. Good luck with your teams for this midweek. Join us on Thursday for our flagship show, and we'll be joined by the usual host, Swiss Mafia. Please, could you like and subscribe this video before you go, if you somehow managed to get this far without turning off. And check out our Twitter for more news on our Beat the Boys Season 4 League, which will kick off Friday when the new game week starts. That makes sense, right? Yeah. It's been a long weekend. Bank holiday's been a long week. I'm tired.
I mean, people can still enter up till whenever the MLS games start, I guess. But yeah, the game week shuts off on Friday.
Yeah. So check out our Twitter, join in, win some more of our cards. Congratulations to all the prize winners today. We'll send you bits over. Have a lovely rest of your week, everyone. That was the Thursday Club. We out. Viva the Thursday Club.
Up the flipping toffees. We're going to win the league.
Peace out. A-Town.